want to briefly talk about my experience with taking ADHD medicine because I think it's quite interesting. This probably doesn't make a lot of sense because it's just, again, my very personal. I'm just retelling the whole experience, and this is probably very superficial. But so before I took ADHD medicine, it would go something like this. So here's the point: means the start of thinking, and then it goes right. And then it goes on, and then it branches, right? And then those branches goes into little branches. And this is visible to me. This is within my awareness. I know my brain is starting to make those branches, right? And so usually I will have to prioritize. So I'll have to kill all the other branches, leave one or two alive, and then let them survive, and then get to the next point. This doesn't work really well. Whereas, in comparison, after I've taken ADHD medicine, the pattern is the same. I still recognize things. Most of the branches survive, and it goes on. And I'm able to multitask in thinking. So for example, it's like running multiple Claude agents in parallel. It's like, for example, this thread of thinking is very thick. So it takes up a lot of, let's say, CPU and RAM in my brain. And I'm standing here because I'm using most of the brain power on this one. But I don't have to worry about the other ones because I know they are also eventually going to be computed. And so I can it feels as if I'm looking at this, like I'm running a computer. And I eventually get to the most important thread of thinking gets to the point here. The other ones are, most of the time they all survive. So I can use them. I'll be like, okay, so as I was thinking about this problem, I was also thinking about this other problem. And what was the conclusion of that thinking? And it's kind of, oh yeah, like that was the conclusion. And therefore now let's, kind of apply that back onto this one. Is my experience with ADHD medicine. But of course, it's very hard to say. This is just very superficial retelling of my experience. Maybe the medicine is making me fucking delusional. Who knows? But yep.